Listening to that with you because we have that sound and those pictures as we begin with breaking news this hour. Really, the video and the sound tells the story of Toronto right now. Flooding is putting one of the busiest highways in the city and by extension the country underwater. The Don Valley Parkway, as you're seeing it there, looks just like the Don River that flows beside it. Tens of thousands of commuters who travel that highway every morning into the city's downtown core are now trying to find another route or another way. Want to bring you in some pictures of a webcam perspective on things. Take a look at these with me now. We have a live webcam image from another part of the DVP, and you can see that the waters are, is right across, and parts of the DVP closed this morning. We were talking earlier with a Toronto police staff sergeant who's been in the force for more than 30 years. He's never seen anything like what you're looking at right now. They've had to close parts of the DVP. Now, we're going to give you the perspective and the impact on the commute this morning. Trevor Dunn, one of our CBC News reporters, he's not in the midst of these puddles, but he's in an overpass overlooking the Don Valley Parkway. And Trevor, as we look at these pictures, tell me what you're seeing from your vantage point.
Well, good morning, Heather. I'm looking out over the Don Valley Parkway. All 4 lanes of it here at this part are entirely underwater right now. It's a brown, dirty water with lots of debris floating in it, and it's gone right across all 4 lanes of it. It's right beside the Don River, as you mentioned, but now it's in parts of it, it's impossible to tell where the river ends and the road begins. So the banks have burst over onto the one side where the highway is, even gone part of the way up some of the on-ramps. On the other side, the river's swollen over the bank on that side over top of a bike path and parts of a rail line. Now, in some areas, the water has been as high as those metal guardrails you see alongside the highway. So those, at some point, they're close to 1 meter tall. So that gives you a sense just how deep this water is. Saw one person in a minivan try to go through it. Thank goodness they turned around and thought twice about it. Lots of people here stopping to take a look at this, and they're all saying the same thing. Just like me, I've never seen anything like this.
So we're looking at this webcam, Trevor, as you talk, and it says exactly what you just referred to, that the water is right up to the top of those metal guardrails. And again, Toronto police telling me not too long ago that as far as they're hearing, the water is still rising. So this is going to have an effect all day long. But where we're talking, which is 7:04 local time, obviously this is the height of the morning commute. What effect is it having in Toronto, the country's biggest city?
Well, I'm already seeing just in this one portion, part of Dundas, which isn't particularly busy, it's really backed up here because everybody's stopping to take a look. Now, north of here on the DVP, this part of the Don Valley Parkway should be filled with cars, not water right now, and there isn't a car to be seen, obviously. So I'm expecting that there's just going to be very big backups up north of this area on the DVP. There is cases of other flooding in the city. Highway 27 is closed at Belfield Road. The Bayview Extension and Rosedale Valley Road are both underwater, I'm told. Then it's not just the roads. We have delays and cancellations on the Richmond Hill line. The TTC is not reporting any major delays or cancellations at this time, but if you're taking other forms of public transportation, you should give yourself lots of time. Police expect these closures on the road to last well into the afternoon, and I'm telling you, at the Don Valley Parkway here, this is a major highway, very busy, that's just been covered in water. Likely they're going to have to inspect this, make sure there's no structural damage.
So this is something that's not going to recede as the waters do. This will have a lasting impact. Listen, Trevor, we're going to be back to you as you continue to watch this for us. Again, a look at the live shot through that City of Toronto webcam of the Don Valley Parkway. You'd never know that's a major north-south artery. And again, we're going to keep you right up to date. Your news at cbc.ca. We'd love to get your pictures as well as you are affected by the flooding if you're watching us in the Toronto area today.